69.
1968.
Okay, up here. So, we got 3 more lessons left. Symbiosis, and then animal systems and plant systems. So, not gonna lie, animal systems, plant systems is a little bit longer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do symbiosis today, mostly together. And then we're gonna start on animal systems. We may not finish it until tomorrow, but we will be able to finish early tomorrow. Okay, so today, symbiosis, then start the plant systems. Then tomorrow maybe we'll go over, anyway, we'll see how far we get. So, symbiosis. I'm going to write on here, so symbiosis,
Like Simba.
sim meaning together, and bio mean living. Okay, and we're not talking about like humans living together, things of the same species living together. We're talking about 2 different species. Why would they live together? Well, obviously one has to be benefiting, okay? So true symbiosis is when 2 organisms live together, interact together, and they continuously do this, okay? So there are only 3 symbiotic relationships. That's mutualism,
Caniism.
almost, yeah, parasitism, and commensalism, good. It actually might be COMM.
It is
MMENS. Commensalism. Okay, so these are the only true symbioses. Okay, so mutual. When you have a mutual friend, y'all both have a friend. So mutual, if we had to list, so if these were columns of organism 1 and organism 2, both of them would benefit in mutualism. So this example will be something like the ant and the tree. So the ants, they cover the tree and they get a home. They also feed off of some stuff. The tree, so the ants benefit, they have a home. The tree benefits because it gets protected. Nothing wants to land on the tree and peck it and pull at it because the ants are there. So they both benefit. Okay, parasitism. Y'all know what a parasite is, and it is not good. So think of a parasite being like, a tick, a flea, a mosquito. Do parasites kill you? Like, are they a predator? No. So parasitism is when something smaller on the trophic level latches onto you, takes from you. Now, the key is, and I like how someone said this, it can eventually kill you if it's not treated. So, for example, a tick can eventually kill someone. A ringworm can eventually kill someone. The disease from a mosquito can eventually kill someone. But did that little bitty parasite, was that a predator that like killed you like predation? No. Okay. So the parasite will benefit while the host will suffer. Last but not least, commensalism. I always say C to the O, so it's a plus to the O. One will benefit, the other one will not even know it's there. Best example would be like the shark, the large shark, and the smaller remora. So remora, remember, it kind of looks like a baby shark, sticks to the belly of the shark, doesn't even know it's there, doesn't use any extra energy, but when it sticks there, the remora gets a free ride, so no energy to move. Also, when the shark feeds on stuff, all the little particles of its kill, the remora can just open its mouth and take it in. So usually gets a free ride and free food. So remora benefits shark, doesn't even know it's there. Usually when this is the answer to a star question, it'll say, this animal is unaffected. Because unaffected means nothing. Okay, there are 2 more things that they sometimes add, and that is predation And that's a predator-prey. This is not a symbiosis because they do not live and function together. This is just food web. So this is a plus and like I was gonna do a dead face or an X, okay? Last one was competition. This would be like
Nobody said it.
COMPETITION. This would be like a minus and a minus because the two organisms are using their resources to compete. Two plants competing, growing over each other for sunlight. Two deer fighting for a female, okay? So there's our choices whenever it asks about symbiosis. Okay, let's go back to, and here's our examples. We also have a symbiosis right here with exactly what I just wrote on there on our review sheet. Okay, so let's do these together. And these were the exact ones that I put on your test, so they may sound familiar. You can read them with me or you can read them down there. Parrotfish. Oh yeah, I started. Parrotfish are herbivores that are found in coral reefs. To escape predation, parrotfish will graze with a rabbitfish, which has venomous spines at the end of its pelvic fins. The rabbitfish does not benefit from the relationship. Which type of relationship do the parrotfish and the rabbitfish have in the coral reef environment? So don't yell it out. Circle something on your page. Okay, if you're stumped, first thing you do is you write the two organisms, then you write the pluses, minuses, zeros, whatever. So ready, parrotfish. Does parrotfish benefit, suffer? What does it do? Parrotfish. Benefits because?
It's getting like it's being in a safe environment.
Protected.
Protected, yeah.
Okay, parrotfish gets a plus. Rabbit?
Nothing. So it
Does not benefit, nothing. So what is a plus and a zero?
Individual.
Good. When in doubt, please write the two organisms and figure it out. Okay, ready? This one a lot of people got wrong on their test because the organism eventually dies. So let's talk about it. Ready? Bats eat insects that damage crops and mosquitoes that are vectors for disease. 1 million bats can eat several tons of insects per night, saving billions of dollars of pesticides yearly. Agricultural and public health scientists are concerned about the spread of white nose syndrome, which is a result of a fungus that can infect cave-dwelling bats. While bats hibernate during winter months, the fungus covers the bat's face and wings. White nose syndrome has near 100% mortality rate, and 5.7 million bats have died since the discovery of the fungus in 2006. Many scientists are searching for ways to protect these bats. The relationship between the fungus and the bat can be best defined as, so you have the bat and you have the fungus. Okay, think about the relationship and then answer the choice. Okay, fungus definitely benefits, the bat suffers, then dies. So, real quickly, is the fungus a higher trophic level predator than the bat? No, keep that in mind, okay? So, first of all, it's not commensalism because it's not a plus and a zero. It's also not mutualistic because it's not a plus and a zero. So we are divided between, is it parasitic? Oh, competitive. Oh shoot, I thought it was gonna say predation. Okay.
I think parasite.
Yeah,
Same.
it's a parasite, guys. But if the answer choice was predation, a lot of people would pick, I think on your test I changed the answer choice to predation. Because a lot of people would be like, oh, it kills it. Guys, it kills it over time. This fungus is smaller, it's a little parasite, but it does carry it over time. It kills them over time like an untreated staph infection would kill us over time, Okay, awesome. And it's not competitive.
Well, and how I remember that is like parasites. They typically don't want to kill you because they want to keep on feeding off of you.
Yes.
Versus a predation, they like the way they feed off of you is by literally.
Yes,
killing you.
predation, hunting, killing for food, parasite, they just want an easy ride right there. Okay. A science class is planning a field trip to a local farm that has a large pond. Which of the following lists the order of biological organization from small to large? I don't know why this is there, but let's just do it. Organism is definitely the smallest because it's one organism, so we can cross off these two. But what comes next? Is it organism community or organism population?
Population.
Good. I hope you get one of those questions super simple. Okay. Next one,
I
symbiosis.
probably end up filling it.
No, you'll do good.
Don't say that. So.
Okay, up here. Ooh, a lichen. They love talking about lichens. A lichen is composed of two organisms, a fungus and a cyanobacterium. The fungus provides a growing space, moisture, and nutrients to the cyanobacterium. So it kind of sounds like the cyanobacterium benefits. The cyanobacterium provides food for the fungus. Oh, the fungus benefits. This relationship is considered to be an example of
Mutualism.
they both benefit, yes. Okay. Now, this was a STAR test question about maybe 4 years ago. This is how the STAR test is going to start asking you this year. They give you many examples and have kind of like many answer choices. But the cool thing is if you're confident in one of the relationships, a lot of times you can cross off the other answer choices. So for example, okay, which of these correctly describes? Okay, let's do X and see if we know what X is. Okay, barnacles adhere to the skin of a whale in order to be deposited in a new location that is abundant in resources. The whale does not appear to be affected. So the barnacles, they benefit because they get a new location. Whales are not affected. What do we draw with that?
0.
Plus and an O. So this one is definitely
Commensalism.
good. So X is definitely commensalism. Okay. Y. Fleas attached to the skin, guys. What do we know this right away? Fleas. Parasites. So guys, if you didn't know X, you will know Y. Okay, parasite. Z. Fungal mycorrhiza. Now first off, we see fungal and we're about to say it's a bad thing, but keep on reading. Ready? Fungal mycorrhiza lives on plant roots and increases the plant's ability to absorb nutrients.
Good.
Increases. Okay. So the plant benefits. The mycorrhiza are provided with carbohydrates from the plant. Plus. What is plus? Mutualism. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. If you did not know X or Z, but you knew that Y, the flea, feeds on, if you knew this was a parasite, let's see if we can answer this just based on what Y is. So ready? Y is parasitism. Okay. A, Y is parasitism. Nope. Parasitism. Okay, so we can at least narrow it down to 2. Uh-oh. Now these two are switched. So these answer choices. So now we did have to know at least one more. And which one is the right answer? D. Okay. Yep. But we were able to knock out at least 2 of those by just knowing that one. Okay, good. Do not just guess. Try your hardest. Okay, now this is not symbiosis, but I think this is an adaptation. Let's see. A harmless king snake and a venomous eastern coral snake have the same banding patterns as shown below. For the scarlet king snake, the adaptation of having a banding pattern like the coral snake is known as mimicry. Now guys, why would it benefit the king snake, who is not venomous, to look like a venomous eastern snake?
Because
So we'll
the
get eaten.
predators don't know the difference.
Yes, the predators will be like, I don't know if that one is venomous or not, so I'm just going to stay away. Good. So, the outcome of this adaptation in the scarlet king snake, A, to make it easier for the scarlet king snake to attack prey. No, it has to do more about predators. To make it easier for the scarlet king snake to interbreed with other snakes.
Absolutely not.
Allow the scarlet king snake to blend in with its environment. No, it doesn't really blend, Protect the crawling snake from predators. Yes, good. So that was a very easy question. That was just based on adaptations. Okay, so we are all done with symbiosis. I really do think that was a short, easy unit. You guys got this. Now we're going to start with plant systems. Ooh, body systems. Then we're going to move on to plant systems. We might only get through going over body systems today and then doing body system questions. Okay, so let's see how far we get. Okay, turn. Oh wow, so actually, how about, yeah, what if we just, do I do the tropisms? Okay, you know what, I go over both.
Tomorrow.
No, today. Okay, here are the tropisms. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this stuff and then we're just gonna have to do as many questions as possible. Okay, so till the end of the period. So you'll just have one video today. Okay, look up here. You also have all of these systems right here on your review sheet. So let's go over these real quick. I am going to, okay, I'm gonna ask for y'all to call out answers so that way we get done quicker. So, but do you know what? You don't have to fill this out for ease purposes. All of these are on here, okay? But if you want to, I can fill these out for you. Okay, skeletal. What is skeletal for? Bones, structure, support. Good. Muscular. Movement. So guys, it's actually two things. Number one, it's to help you physically move, but number two, it's helped. Remember, every organ is made of muscles. So for example, they've been asking you on the STAR test, how do you swallow? So look up here. You swallow because the muscles in your, throat and esophagus work to push that bolus of food down. How do you go to the bathroom? Your intestines, the muscles, push that through your excretory system. Actually, the rest of your digestive system. So muscles are not just for movement, they're also for moving things throughout your body. Also, your heart pumping is muscles. Your lungs, breathing in and out, they're muscles too. Circulatory.
Heart.
Heart pumps white blood or red blood? Red blood. White blood cells are something different. Good. So heart pumps blood cells. Good. What are the three things your blood cells carry?
Helper T cells, white blood cells, and something else.
No, your blood. What is what do you need to carry?
Oxygen.
So you need to carry. So you need to carry oxygen and CO2 because remember, you carry oxygen and then you take the CO2 and bring it back to the lungs to breathe out. Okay, also, you break down good stuff in your digestive tract and then you have to deliver it. So what else do you deliver? What do we get? What is that good stuff we get from our food that we get from energy? Use energy?
Besides, don't we lose like some of it to eating it?
Carbs. What kind of carbs do we like?
Carbohydrates.
What's
polymers.
the basic unit of carbs?
Polymers.
Sugars.
What's the basic sugar?
Monomers.
Glucose. So it carries glucose.
Really shut up.
And last, somebody said waste. So guys, your blood is constantly picking up oxygen from the lungs and delivering it, picking up CO2 from all of the organs and putting it back into the lungs so we can breathe it out, picking up glucose from your digestive tract to deliver it because every cell needs energy. And then also, guys, look up here. Remember, up here, your vacuole stores the waste, your lysosome breaks it down, but you still need to give it to the blood to get rid of it through your excretory system. Okay, digestive breaks down food, and this is where we need our glucose. And guys, there's two parts to the digestive system. So look up here. I break it down with my teeth. I break it down with my enzymes in my mouth. I break it down with stomach acid and digestive enzymes. Then my intestines absorb it. So it's number one, break down. And number two, absorb. Okay? And I think I have that on here. Break down and absorb. Good. We need to absorb that glucose into the blood. Endocrine, in your crane, what you got?
Brain.
Hormones, good. Okay, excretory, guys. Excretory is your urinating out, okay? So look up here. This is your urinary tract. This is your kidneys and your bladder. No longer is our number 2 excretory. That is literally just where the digestive system stops, okay? Because remember, digestion, you're going to absorb all your nutrients, and then by the time it gets to what looks like our feces that we poop out, does that look like appetite? Is there anything in feces that you think we can use?
Nope, there's no protein
No.
in it.
So, like if doctors examine your feces and they find usable glucose in there, are you breaking down and absorbing things?
Nope.
No. So we can tell a lot of things from your feces and your urine. So excretory, urinary tract, and this is urinating out, okay? Immune system, okay. Immune system. I would say skeletal is protection also because it protects your organs, your skull protects your brain. How does immune system protect you?
Like sickly.
Anxiety.
those are
Fight
weird.
sickness. Good. Now, it's your lymphatic system or your lymph nodes is also your white blood cells. Remember, your red blood cells are what carry this stuff. White blood cells are your like superhero cells that fight off those viruses, okay? Also, helper T cells. Sometimes they just call them T cells, which I like when they call them helper T cells. And then anytime you see the word like antibody,
We're kind of like the cops of our body.
they are the policing system. Good. Integumentary is also for protection, but what is it? And our integumentary skin, right? It looks like bubble gum. So this is the outer protection. The bones are the middle protection, protects our organs, and
They
then
got
our immune
sponges.
system is the inner protection. Good. So this is skin, comma, hair, comma, nails. Or if we're talking about the integumentary system of a bird, beak, feathers, talons. Okay. Nervous system. Your nerve, your brain cells, your spine. So remember, your nerves start in your brain and they go all the way down to wherever. So say if we feel something on the top of our hand, that impulse is actually a cell that starts in our brain and has a body that goes all the way here. So a brain cell starts in our brain, a nerve cell in our hand starts in our brain, wraps around our spinal cord, then comes out and attaches here, okay? That's why no cells have the same function or size, require the same amount of ATP. Every cell is special.
Is there more nerve endings in certain parts of your body than others?
Yeah, so like if you would get a paper cut here or cut your tongue, I mean, it's kind of like when people are like, oh, I got a tattoo and it hurts so bad. Well, yeah, this right here seems like it may have more nerve endings than something maybe over here, you know. Okay, reproductive. So your gametes, and we just talked about this with meiosis, are your sperm and egg. Remember, the sperm is in the male testes, eggs are in the female's ovaries. Respiratory, this is a gas exchange. We bring in oxygen and we release CO2.
So lungs.
Good. So this is a gas exchange, lungs, yep. Okay. All of this information is on this animal systems review part right here. Okay, now let's go into plants. Plants are higher level organisms as well because they're multicellular, eukaryotic, we can see them with our naked eye, all that stuff, but they're not as complicated or complex as animals, but I do see similarities. So plants don't have a circulatory system like animals, but they do have something that circulates nutrients, so they do have their equivalents. So remember, first thing, it's not shown here, but if you want to do this now, if you draw a line right here, anything below ground is called the root system. Yeah, do this on your paper. Anything above ground is called the shoot system. And if you deal with plants, you know that the shoot is what sprouts up off of the ground, okay? Okay, so right now, what do I have highlighted? we got the xylem, sky. What has to go upward? Well, if roots, the main objective of roots is to absorb water. So the points of roots are absorb water. Water going up. Sky, water absorbed from the roots goes up. Flow low, but the trick is it can actually go up or down, but for the most part the leaves are at the top of the organism, so the only place to go is down. But for example, if you had a flower even higher, it would go up to the flower too. So flow low, what gets made up here? Glucose, sugar made in the leaves goes down. The reason why sugar is made in the leaves is because this is where we have all that chloroplast in the chlorophyll. Okay, I would call the xylem and phloem almost like the circulatory system, maybe even the digestive system of the plant, okay?
Thanks, Judy.
Let's see, anything else? I did not put a picture of the flower of a plant, okay? But real quick, look up here. When you have that flower, here's the petals. You have a female part, and usually they label it and it says something like ovule, ovary, and then you have the male parts, just like y'all's male parts, just right there, okay? And remember, the pollen is in here, needs to get in here, okay? There's a question, I'll turn to it, we'll just go over it really quickly. Last thing are the tropisms. Phototropism, trip, where are you going? I'm going on a trip based on light. So plants move towards the light because that gives them their photosynthetic properties. Geotropism, geo meaning gravity, north, the geography, north, south, east, west, okay? So we know based on gravity, roots are pulled downward, shoot is pulled upward, okay? Even if that plant would fall sideways, the roots would still want to grow down, the shoot would still want to grow up. Thymotropism, don't touch my thigh, don't touch me. Based on touch, Venus flytrap feels the touch, reply. So it's responding to touch. It could also be the tendrils wrapping around a building or a fence. Oh, I do have a little bit more over here. Okay, so main parts, roots absorb water, leaves make the food, the glucose through photosynthesis. Bottom of the leaves, guys, remember the stomata holes? So remember, the stomata holes open so air can come in, but if they stay open too long, what comes out? Water. So if you're, look up here, a desert plant, do you want to keep your stomata holes open a long time? No, because you do not want to lose water, okay? But you need to get that CO2 in and leave the oxygen out. Stem, xylem, phloem. Okay, so that's a really cool picture. Real quickly, I wanted to show you that picture of here. So if you get any questions like this, which are questions about the flower of the plant, so look up here. Look it, they tell you ovary, ovule. This must be the female part of the plant. Anther, filament, you might not remember that as the male part, but you know ovary, ovule, just like in a human, this must be the female. So look up here. This question particularly is going to say, how does fertilization occur? Well, we need to get this down into this. Okay. So what we're going to do is for the whole rest of the period, which is a whole almost 20 minutes, y'all are going to just do questions all the way to the end of the period. I do need these finished, that way we can go over all of them. So I don't want to give you homework, but these must be finished by tomorrow.
How many of them?
All of them. So we're going to just work as quick and as hard as possible. No talking this period, we just need to get them done. Then tomorrow will be a very quick class, okay? Yay, Friday. Okay, so get this done now.